Alright, today we're going to show you the 2023 honey extraction. This is the first time I've ever had a honey extractor. I've got the new Hillco 9-frame honey extractor, and I had just gotten this thing. I didn't know how to use it. It didn't come with an instruction manual, and I know a lot of people who have dealt with honey extractors in the past. They probably think, well, why would you need a instruction manual? Somebody who's never touched one, doesn't know how to seat a frame properly, needs a instruction manual.
I've heard you gotta start out slow
Either ear.
and then get it faster.
So the very first try was an epic fail, but it wasn't long before I had it.
You like that, like that.
Can I turn it back?
He's like, there's somebody pointing back, just like me.
Dad, can I have some honey?
It was really fascinating to watch the thing work. Use a flashlight, you can really see the honey spinning out along the sides. There's a slow-mo of it. The kids were just enthralled. It quickly became a family event. Everyone gathered around to watch the thing work. Then it was time to filter the honey through our bucket here. Had to open up the honey gate. I've seen some videos online, people saying you never need to close the honey gate, just let it continuously pour. I think that's probably right. I don't know why I had it closed, but I did. After spinning 9 frames, that's how much honey's in the bottom. So I figured if I didn't know how to work the thing, that there's probably other people out there that don't know either. So I filmed this little section to show you that it slides into the bottom there. It's got a little groove in the bottom, and your frame just slides in just like that, and it holds it secure while it spins. Works like a charm. Now here I'm cutting some capped comb and putting them in these little containers I got from Walmart. And I'll tell you what, I sold every one of these super fast. Everybody wanted the honeycomb, and I didn't think it was going to be that big of a seller, but folks jumped all over it. I decided to try to use a knife to just cut the caps off. And one of the things is I don't have a dedicated honey shed to work out of, some way to keep the bees out of it while still being outdoors. So I had to bring everything indoors and stack it up in the kitchen. And you know, the air conditioning really makes the honey not want to flow very well. So it all kind of bunched up, and the knife really don't do the trick. I ended up using this little picker here to do the majority of the work, and it works all right, but you know, in the case of having lots and lots of frames to deal with, this would be very time consuming. And so in the future, my plan is I want to get a heated knife and give that a try, see how it works. Now I'm a small scale hobbyist, so something like this bucket here that you can pour from, it's a lifesaver. I don't need all the fancy equipment, the you know, the warmers and all that stuff. I'll probably get there, but right now that's what I use. And of course I just use a you know, pint-sized jar, or quart-sized jar, mason jar, or ball, I guess. And we like to decorate it a little bit, get this fabric, just do a little trimming on the edges there, center down, and you got a pretty nice looking little product. I also printed up some stickers to go on the top that say Meadow Hill Honey, and that's what I'm calling my bee yards from now on. All right, I'm just going to stick this out here by the bees, as well as the extractor. I'm going to stick my empty frames that still have some honey residue on them out here for the bees to pick over. Stand them up on end like that so that they can get all inside of it and really work it over. Alright, I think they're finally starting to slow down out here a little bit. But I got something here to keep them busy. These are all the wax cappings. Well, this is about half the wax cappings. And you can see they're already starting to cover down on it. So here in just a few minutes, this will be covered up completely. There's still a pretty good bit down in there. They haven't gotten after this very much. You can see them all in there. Still working it. Yeah, we'll come back and have a look at this here in a bit. Alright, it's been about an hour, so things have kind of calmed down from what they were. They're starting to figure this out. Getting down in there and cleaning things up. It's really one of the easiest ways I've found to clean stuff up. The bees just they take every speck of honey off of everything. These wax cappings will be dry like desert sand by the time they're done. They do a really good job and clean up the frames and the extractor. So the obvious benefit of letting the bees clean this out is that they get to reclaim the honey and use it for themselves, but the bees leave a little bit behind. As you can see, there's a lot of residue still left from the bees. A little bit of this dishwashing liquid in here. We'll turn it on and just run it kind of slow so it mixes. Alright, now this has been running for about 3 hours now. We'll go ahead and shut her off. And then to drain it is very easy. Woo, got me wet.
Are you stupid or something?
Water level's going down. I left a little bit of water in here so that I could use it for scrubbing. Just get in here and knock this stuff loose since it's been soaking for a while. I don't think you're ever going to get it spotless, but that's all right. Just get it as good as you can. Also want to take the opportunity to scrub the outside. Again, it ain't never going to look like it did coming out of the box. Don't want to splash any water up into the electronics on this. Alright, now that it's cleaned up, we're just going to leave it to air dry. There's still some dingy stuff up here. I'll wipe all that down later, including these things. These need a little bit of cleaning. But for the most part, we was just cleaning the drum today and Now it just has to air dry.